Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. The City of Attleboro is installing new speed humps on May Street, a road that's frequently used as a cut-through between Route 1 and Newport Ave. Speed humps or speed tables are different from speed bumps in that they're wider and not as high. We spoke with Mayor Paul Heroux to learn more.
One of the biggest complaints I get is concerns about speeding and traffic congestion, but I would say mainly speeding. I get concerns from people all over the city, every ward, and people are often complaining about speeding on either residential cut-through streets or just really heavy residential neighborhoods. And that's something that I talk to the police chief a lot about. So the police chief and I chatted about this on numerous occasions, and the unfortunate reality is we don't have enough police officers deployed to cover all of the different areas of Attleboro that have people speeding in them. So one thing that a lot of people suggest is, well, just have the police enforce the speeding. It's like not that easy because there are too many locations where people are speeding. So the police chief has the ability to put down a temporary speed table or a temporary speed hump. What that does, it's similar to a speed bump, but a speed bump you'll find in a parking lot. A speed bump is usually about probably 18 inches wide or maybe 2 feet wide or so, and it goes up about 4 inches. But that's what you'll find in a parking lot. But with a speed hump or a speed table, those go the width of the roadway, and they go for about 4 inches off the ground as well. But they're probably about anywhere from 10 feet wide, 8 feet wide, 12 feet wide, depending on where they are. And they are a proven traffic calming measure. They reduce traffic and they also divert people back to the main roads. So there's a lot of streets that people are using as a cut-through street to avoid either an intersection or to avoid heavy traffic, or they're using it to avoid just taking a long way around, and those become like a shortcut or a cut-through street as they're known. A lot of these streets that people are using as a cut-through street or a shortcut really were not designed to handle the volume of cars that they are taking on or the speeds that people are going down them. And so that's why we have this temporary speed table ordinance to enable somebody to, enable a neighborhood to petition the government, the city government, and then that helps the traffic conditions in that neighborhood. So right now we are deploying the temporary speed humps on May Street. Then while we're doing that, we're also going to be collecting data, or SERPED is going to be collecting data, and they're going to be doing the traffic analysis for us on the before and the after effect of these speed tables. They are looking at the speed at which cars are driving, as well as the volume of cars that are going down there, as well as what type of vehicle is going down the road on a regular basis. When you see those little rubber black hoses in the road, those are what's used to do a traffic count, like data analysis on that. So that's what's going on right now. The next step is to go to the citizens who live, the residents who live on May Street, and ask them, do you want these here permanently? Do you think it worked? Do you like it? If the majority of people come back and say, yes, we really like these, we'd love to have these here permanently, and hopefully the city council by this point will have passed the permanent speed table ordinance, at that point we then are going to ask the city council for permission to put down a permanent speed, or actually probably be 3 permanent speed tables on May Street, and that way it'll help slow people down from speeding, but also divert people away from May Street, which is a cut-through street. It's a very narrow street. It really shouldn't be used to have 6,300 cars go on it a day. I mean, that's what the traffic count is showing as 6,000. This is not a street that is really a good street for 6,300 cars every day. Yeah, a lot of residents have reached out and asked for different roads such as Jewel or Dennis. Some people have asked for Emery Street or Park Street, Brown or Mendon Road, Wilmarth. A lot of these might not qualify because they're not cut-through streets, they're main roads, but there is an interest in decreasing speeding throughout the city. And so while either a permanent or a temporary speed table might not be applicable in some streets, there is a big appetite for reducing speeding in the city. There is a big interest in this. There's also a lot of misinformation around this. This does not give us the ability to just put speed tables anywhere we want. We still have a democratic process that originates with the people. So if people have questions about that process, they can reach out to me directly at City Hall. They can contact the police chief. They can send me an email, give me a phone call, send me a Facebook message.